This is so overdue, ladies. I am so sorry. But hang on because it's good. It's still good. So, this is our HB Book Club. Just so you know, HB Bible Study and Resource has been really where I've been reading. I've been reading a lot of scriptures and planning a lot of scripture readings the last few months and just diving into that. So, when it comes to the reading, I really fell off the wagon for October's read. I'm not going to lie. September was amazing, but I fell off the wagon because I didn't bring you a review. So today I'm going to bring you a review for September, which was Chasing the Vines by Beth Moore. And I did that in the audio. And I absolutely loved it. And I'm going to tell you why. So it's not too late to listen to that. This month's read was by Nicholas Sparks, and it was 2x2. See how big that is? I just did not get into it, and I'm not going to lie. I was not in the mood for a romance. I was not in the mood for a novel at all. I think just because my heart was in such a troubled spot, and that's okay. I just wanted to be in the Word. And so if you don't belong to my HB Bible Study and Resource page, please check that out. Head over on my YouTube and look at HB Ministries, or right here, heatherbaxter.com. That's really where a lot of my focus is. And I was doing a lot of reading and studying just on how faithful our God is the last month. And I just could not get into this book. I've got to be dead honest. I have no review to bring you. I feel like a total loser. I am so sorry. Like, that's the truth. That is the absolute truth. However, let me just tell you, this month we are going to be reading Half Finished. And here's the book right here. So let's just back this bus up a little bit and let me take you back to September because I forgot the review on that. Please leave in the comments below, kind of catch up with me and let me know if you read Chasing Vines or if you listened to the audio, and let me know what you rated it. I rated it an absolute 5-star. Like, I loved it. And here's what I loved most. So when I was working at a client's home, sometimes I do home decorating and designing, or I could be doing some cleaning of some projects in a home. I placed my headphones on, and I always carry a notebook with me. I don't know why. I love to take notes when I'm reading a book. So I carried a notebook with me and just kind of would stop and jot some things down when it was like a good point. But I finished her book and was able to engage audio 100% better. I had more time for that. And I think that's something I need to realize right now. With running the HB Ministry website, I need to do some more of my books audio. So when I was driving in the car to work, when I was driving on a long distance drive that I had to do in the month of September, it was amazing. I really finished her book within a few days, and it was an 8-hour, I believe, audio. So a few days working, a few days driving, mornings in the kitchen cooking. I loved it, loved it, loved it. So the first thing I realized is I'm an audio girl. I should have done last month's October. The big novel, Nicholas Sparks, is 2x2. I should have done this audio and maybe listened to it before I went to bed. That would have been probably much better. I would have probably had more interest. I just couldn't find time to sit down and actually open the book up. So I failed on that one. And that's okay, because like I said, I'm getting right back up, and I just ordered the paperback of our November read, and I also ordered the audio. I think I'm going to lean toward the audio again because it's kind of like a novel, and we'll get into that in a minute. So let's go back and let's talk about Chasing Vines. Again, loved Chasing Vines. I loved that it talked all about the vine and the branches. I loved that it was about her trip to Italy and the studying of a vineyard. I love my vino. I loved my aged vino. I love studying different types of wines. And again, so for me, that was really personal, and I actually loved it. There was one night I was sipping on my wine and just listening to her talk about the way good wine grows and how it grows in rocky, dry soil, and how she likened that into our life, how great things, good fruit, great harvest sometimes comes out of dry, rocky places, dry, rocky seasons in your life. So So everything she did, she had a contrasted vision or some sort of poetry to liken it onto our life, our situations. And then she always brought it back to God. I am the vine, you are the branches. He that abideth in me will bear much fruit. She talked about that the entire book, but used imagery of a vineyard the entire time. So you just can't go wrong with that. And then to listen to her voice and her excitement as she read the book, it just was good. So if you have not read that book, I highly recommend it, and I highly recommend it on audio. So give that a try. Second was, of course, 2 by 2 by Nicholas Spark. If you read that, tell me your rating below. Tell me, please, should I go ahead and just put it on audio? I don't know. My mom read it, gave it 5 stars. My daughter read it, gave it 5 stars. Here's another reason why I think I fell out of the novel a little bit. I read so many novels when we all really shut down for the pandemic. I kind of went into novel mode, sat on the couch, and really got lost in a few of our past novels. Things were starting to open back up. God was just giving me some fresh visions in the ministry, and I was preoccupied with other things that captivated my attention. And I really wasn't like in a snuggly, let me just drift off into a novel mood. The bad part about that is we are in a book club, and I should be responsible to give you a rating on this book, but instead I'm going to be responsible to tell you how sometimes I respond to a book, and sometimes that's how I respond. I am more into reading and studying scripture during that season, and you will find that over at HB Ministries. And so again, here's the link here. So I didn't read that. Leave me a review below. Tell me what you loved about the 2 by 2 book, and I would love to hear that. I just would love it, because it might stir me on to throw that on audio along with this month's book, which is Half Finished. Now, Half Finished says that it's for an audience of possibly 60 or above. She says as an author that she feels that that's the drawing, that's the community that's really going to love this book the most. I love it, and I picked it because I'm definitely a UFO club girl, and UFO means unfinished objects or unfinished projects. I do have a lot of little unfinished projects, and I love to set goals to finish those. And I love how they have a group of ladies that encouraged one another to finish their projects. And so I'm excited to see how they did that, because to me that's ministry. Encouraging one another in their giftings or in their love is ministry in any way. And so I'm just excited to read that. I loved that this is a book on faith, and there's some encouragement with God perspectives in it, so I'm always up for that. And I'm going to do this on audio. Again, I ordered the book and I ordered audio because there are some times at night I like to lay in my bed and actually open the book. Also, I love gifting my books to my mother or somebody in my family. So I love giving paper books in just switching off. That's what I do. I have some friends that love to read, and I switch off. So I am a buyer of books, love to buy books. But like I said, I'm doing audio on this too because I actually want to get through it. It looks like it's a short read. People that have read it said they've gotten it done in one day. I am not the lady that can sit down and get a book done in one day. Just cannot. I don't know. It takes me a long time to read. I'm a word-by-word person. I'm not a fast reader, but I love to read. I loved all the books. We're almost coming to the very end of 2020 right now, thank God. I'm already preparing my list for 2021, so please leave your suggestions below. I definitely want to hear what you would love to read. I want to hear some of the novels out there, some God help books or Christian books, because this is a Christian book club. So I want to hear more of those. I was loving some of the books. I'll do a whole review on those at the end. However, we're going to get through this book this month called Half Finished. So if you're in, let me know. If you already got your book and started reading, let me know that also. Just wanted you to know I did not fall off the wagon completely. I wanted to know where I've been since September, October, and of course now here in November. Loved Chasing the Vines. Fell out on you, ladies. Fell out on you in October. Did not read, but I may read the audio. I need your help. If you read that book, leave comments on 2 by 2 below, and who's in for Half Finished. I'm excited about that book, and I will see you in the review for that for sure. And I possibly may have a review on 2 by 2 if you convince me to get the audio on it and if somebody actually loved the book. Now, my daughter keeps saying, get the book, Mom. It was so good. So I think it's definitely going to be an audio because I don't know. I'm just into holiday transition right now. My son's going to come home for the holidays. I kind of want to decorate my home. So I think things need to be audio right now if they're going to be a novel. That's just the way I'm kind of feeling. So let me know how you feel too between audio and reading. I would love to hear that. Like, what is the difference for you? Are you only an audio person? Do you love to have the books on hand? And then do not forget to leave me your suggestions for the 2021 book list. Love you, ladies, and happy reading. Bye-bye.